Battletech? What in the actual Fuckletech? I love you, I hate you, I sing soaring PPC prose to your omnipresent virtues, yet broiling beneath the inescapable impression that your developers despise every fiber of my fucking being. And if their social media presence is anything to go by, feelings mutual, fuckstick. Thus, for the purposes of today's review, I'll have to compartmentalize like the BTK killer and separate the superb stompy robot mech massacre from the abject lead paint smoothie swilling retardation that abounds on the subject of your post-launch pronoun wedging what the fuckery. So not to worry, we'll get to the controversy and the censorious horseshit that followed in spades at the latter stages of this review, but first, I want to assess the actual gameplay wholly apart. And by wholly, I mean holy fucking shit is this game amazing in every other conceivable regard. After enduring a decade-and-a-half drought, not to mention the muddlefuck that was MechWarrior Online, the Battletech faithful positively frothed at the mouth for some actual butt-fucking Battletech. And while the activity around the release has been anything but an ardent adaptation of the Machiavellian mech opera, the action inside the diamond is the finest effort to fucking date. And it should be when the owner of the studio, Jordan Weissman, literally goddamn invented it.
We wanted to take entertainment fully interactive so that you told the story by your actions. You actually became the hero of the movie as opposed to a passive observer.
It's a wonderful way to get a true classic Battletech story, really open it up for the player to extend their own story of their mercenary unit in whichever direction they want to go.
And to put it bluntly, the evidence it was crafted by J-Dub's digits can be seen all the fuck over this goddamn game. From deep-cut references to long-dormant mech lore, to the circumspect gambit of setting the game not in the popular clan invasion era,
my home planet,
but during the borderline post-apocalypse of the 3025 era, during which the succession wars have so savaged the great houses that much of the space-age mech tech has been blown back to the Stone Age. This creative decision's merit is twofold. One,
singular sensation.
It avoids the inherent unbalance of the clan era, while two, allowing pretext for the player to slowly build from miserable-ass mediums to monolithic murder fortress fuck-off assault mechs, and the word for that is progression. See also that shit you plunk down your gold bullion for in Battlefront 2, which isn't to say the act of asserting your inner sphere superiority is a flawless one. Wonky dice rolls, invisible modifiers, and head-scratching nerfs abound. From autocannons that may as well be firing fucking shuttlecocks for all the impact they inflict, not to mention boasting the unbridled accuracy of a PolitiFact rebuttal, to missiles that amount to an insta-knockdown for as many moments a MechWarrior finds himself steeped in stompy robot supremacy. Battletech boasts a fair few fallibilities. I mean, what in the front-flipping fuck is with the pilot injuries? Let me get this straight. You're a transgalactic mercenary motherfucker hurtling through space in a glorified goddamn Tylenol tablet, piloting an 80-ton bipedal murder machine, but a stiff breeze liquefies your fucking sternum, requiring a month and a motherfucking half of recovery time? Take a one-a-day, dipshit! And what's the cockpit made out of? Sopping wet tissue paper? But conversely, at least it takes 18 Alpha Strike ass-fuckings to drop a medium mech, as long as the computer controls it, that is. As an avid aficionado of the tabletop, Blake, forgive me, but dare I say there may actually be too motherfucking many invisible dice rolls on display here, folks. I'm all in for the RPG aspects, accounting for range, terrain, angle, or whatever the pipe and fresh fuck else, but when a building-sized bushwhacker unloads an autocannon on my cock at a 4-inch fucking interval and it draws a goddamn whiff, I call omni bullshit. And can we have a pronoun powwow about the damn difficulty? Because it seems the fuck to me that if a mission where I face one lance and barely break a butt crack sweat is rated 3 stars, then a campaign mission where I get double donged by 2 full fucking lances while assaulting a base with an enemy convoy to attack while getting motherfucked by missile fire from 15 fucking directions.
Fire and brimstone coming down from the skies.
Earthquakes, volcanoes.
The dead rising from the grave. Dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria.
Should probably not be rated 2 out of titty fucking 5. IGN called they like their utterly bullshit rating system back. And their politics. But on the body positive side, the game's randomly generated side missions, which mealy-mouthed motherfuckers across legitimate games journalism had assured me were, quote, incapable of holding my attention, to my surprise and dismay, held my attention to greater goddamn effect than the vast majority of the fucking story ones. Gotta be blunt, bitch. Count as J-Lo, Sanchez, Hernandez, Gordita, Chalupa, Chipotle,
Bunifa, Latifa, Halifa, Sharifa, Jackson
could burst into billowing flame and not elicit so much as a reflexive reflexive grab for the fucking fire extinguisher, and not even the ham-fisted attempt to link my fucking fortunes with her vapid ass persuaded me otherwise. And despite the proliferation of piss and winery over the decision to have absolutely no one in your immediate crew be even faintly fucking white, which admittedly by half-wit harebrained schemes logic would constitute a lack of representation for my peoples, I find myself infinitely more preoccupied pondering why I should give a good goddamn about any of the above. Decker dive bombs into the grave with every errant shift in the breeze, Behemoth and the rest of these bitches are perpetually a headshot away from being bound for the Bone Horde, and the rest of the crew are too busy knocking back craft microbrew in their Battletech B&B to so much as drop a motherfucking mech, which I hasten to note in no way precludes them from opining on precisely how I should goddamn do it. Which brings me to the controversy du jour. My primary issue with the shamelessly shoehorned politics isn't so much the message itself. Movies and goddamn games have espoused divergent philosophies from mine for decades. If I couldn't stomach the stench of propaganda, I never would have gotten through the Baltimore bullshit known as The Wire, and would have missed out on an otherwise amazing show as a result. No, the operative MechWarrior malady here is that if Battletech was crowdfunded, making Kickstarter contributors like myself all but a board of directors, then who, in the digital diaspora that comprises the newly ascended middle market, would feign for a fucking second that you would not, upon inserting your Pacific Northwest proselytism into the game in question, exigently inform the board of butt-fucking directors? Because if the Kickstarter backers were instead named EA, I'm betting hard you bitches would. I have nary an issue with the message. It's cringy. I suppose my only operative ass pain stems from the fact it fails to fucking conform to established Battletech lore. You know, the lore you told us in every live stream for the last 2 years you'd adhere to fucking fanatically. Unless you were blowing smoke up my emphysemic ass, you're gonna have to explain to me why in 3 separate editions of the MechWarrior tabletop RPG I own, not a solitary fucking one stipulates a fucking gender slider. And for one simple reason. Battletech is a universe where reals trump feels. My beloved beshitted House Merrick can celebrate their omnipresent space diversity all they like, but when Conquer and Cuntflaps from Lau or Steiner diversify their fucking borders, they better have more than Doctor Who /fiction and hemp hair dye to drop on their encroaching asses. An Enforcer can identify as an Atlas all it likes. If it goes toe-to-toe with a Steiner Scout Lance, it's still gonna take a PPC to the pussy. Fortunately for fucking Battletech, it's precisely the act of assaulting asshats with an auto-cannonade that's profoundly fucking pleasurable, both intelligent and immediate enough to engage both the brain and the balls for maximum mech mastery, which after enduring the agonizing descent into tiddlywink twitch and shootery the pubes at Piranha subjected the MechWarrior franchise to, is a welcome reassertion to the more cerebral origins of this sensational series. Folks, perfect it fucking ain't, but by God, it is Battletech. It's just Battletech with a couple cloying missteps. And in the inaugural effort of what'll hopefully be an ongoing series, that's frankly to be expected. If you can't get past the pronoun shit, no sweat off my balls, you do you. But to me, the almost mech masterpiece it's fused the fuck onto more than makes up for it. In short, Battletech is back, bitches! And thus far, it's my hands-down game of the year, which in a year awash with middle-market sleeper standouts like Kingdom Come Deliverance and the already exceptional-looking Underworld Ascendant is fucking saying something. So waste some Steiner scum and bide your time to take those cheating-ass clanner cunts out to the free world's woodshed, would ya? I'm Razor Fist! No guts, no goddamn galaxy!